Hey friends, welcome to Eyezz. I'm Jarrett New, and today we're going to be reviewing Grover Washington Jr.'s fantastic smooth jazz album, Winelight. I recently picked this up on Amazon.com, and it is an amazing vinyl record that I am super happy to now have as a part of my collection. But before we talk about the music, if you'd like to see the unboxing video featuring the cover art and all of the rest of the artwork of the records themselves, then you can click this thumbnail, or you can click on the card above. Okay, first here's a little info about Grover Washington Jr. He was an American jazz musician from Buffalo, New York, who played saxophone and is highly acclaimed by many to be a pioneer in the smooth jazz genre of music. His two biggest albums were Mr. Magic, which really put him on the map, and Winelight, which cemented his legacy of creating outstanding jazz music. Now, I recently discovered Winelight online and I was completely mesmerized. I love the entire feeling of his signature smooth jazz sound. This album definitely just put me in a good mood, and it's amazing how Grover can use his sax to communicate so much emotion even though there's hardly any words on this album. In fact, the only song on this album that actually has any words is the unforgettable track Just the Two of Us, with the great Bill Withers singing the timeless words that any fan of good music will never forget. This is just one of the many great songs on this album. This really is an album that I feel everyone needs to hear, especially if you love jazz music. This jazz album is perfect for listening to when you've got like a cup of hot coffee or tea or even hot cocoa and you're by the fireplace, you know? I mean, this album is definitely so warm and comforting, while at the same time being very lively and free-flowing. I loved every single track on this album as a whole, but if I really had to break it down, I'd say my favorite tracks were the knockout track, Just the Two of Us, of course, because that's, you know, a classic that no one's ever gonna forget. And I also really loved Make Me a Memory, Sad Samba, because that's the final closing track and it is so smooth, like caramel to your ears. Overall, this is a great, highly enjoyable jazz album, and I give it a solid 7 out of 10. What do you guys think about this album? Let me know in the comments below, and if you haven't heard this yet, you definitely gotta get on that. And if you enjoyed this album review, you should join the Eyezz community, give this video a thumbs up, and hit subscribe. I'll be coming out with a lot of great stuff that you're not gonna wanna miss. Also, be sure to find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more. All the links are in the description below, and most importantly, my vinyl friends, keep spinning that vinyl.